Let's talk about CourseLab. So CourseLab is an authoring software tool. And to this conversation, I want to review it and I want to see exactly the pros and cons, the functionalities, and actually see if it's worth it. Here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about CourseLab, think about a free authoring software tool, an online course development software tool for building interactive e-learning courses that can be published on the web or a learning management platform. By the way, CourseLab has two versions. So you have the free version, but they also have the pro version. So if you want to really if you want to up your game a little bit, just go with the pro version. And so the cool thing about CourseLab is that you can make slide-based courses with images, videos, complex multi-object interactions, and quizzes. So in terms of granularity and diversity, the platform really offers a lot of functionalities. And CourseLab also comes with a set of e-learning templates. And however, this program creator is not as intuitive, so it can be complicated. If you are a beginner, you might have a learning curve, at least at the beginning. Okay, and so this tool is better suited to more experienced developers who have an idea of how Elements authoring tools work and are more comfortable navigating the platform. So just think about that. So think about CourseLab as a free e-learning authoring tool from the Russian company Websoft, and so they started as a free e-learning tool, and then now, as I said before, they actually have now a paid version. Okay, so this tool is actually designed to allow users to create an online course environment as well as particular components needed for an online course, such as, let's say, quizzes, surveys, and tutorials. And the software allows you to integrate images, rollovers, narration, and animations with your content, and or develop actually learning objects that can supplement an already existing online course or website. So again, we love the fact that you have flexibility here. Okay, you have flexibility here. And the cool thing is, just make sure that you do not have a Mac, because this software is designed specifically for PCs, but not Macs. Expansions and add-ons are available for a fee, of course. Okay, but so the recommended uses for educators who are Windows users, you can actually use the tool, not a problem. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the value added here. So when we talk about CourseLab, what is the value that we really are thinking about here? First of all, CourseLab allows you to support and structure courses for Windows users. Okay, so you are going to lose a whole population of Mac users for sure. So think about CourseLab as a software tool that allows you to not only develop and structure courses for Windows users, but also develop your curricula over time. And the CourseLab website is quite comprehensive. That's why I just said earlier that you gotta be an experienced user. If you are a newbie, you might have to deal with a learning curve. It is what it is. And the cool thing here is that when you think about the website, the CourseLab website, here is a well-organized platform that follows the principles of website design. So you have you have learning objects. You're able to see things based on curricula. You are able to facilitate online instruction. You have tutorials. So those tutorials are available on the site. So you're able to have instructions and support depending on what kind of topic you are covering. We love that a lot. And like I said, the software is free and readily available, but they have recently come up with a pro version. The pro version will allow you to actually scale. This is if you've been using CourseLab, the free version, for a while, and you just want to really up your game, as I said before, then it's just better to go with the paid version, because the paid version actually helps you with branding, helps you with user engagement, so you're able to engage with your students more. Something that the free version didn't have. The free version just allows you to design courses. But when it comes to actually marketing those courses with a revenue generation mindset, the paid version allows you to do that. So a paid version gives you more functionalities, more capabilities. And so remember that the target student population, when it comes to CourseLab, you have high school, college, university, and business online educators who are Windows users and whose students are also Windows users. Very important. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about CourseLab. This is a CourseLab authoring software review. Let's talk about the pros and cons of this authoring software here. So first of all, the pros. You have content quality. This is kind of cool. So this tool is systematically organized and provides a comprehensive overview of the tools and capabilities that are in the software. And so if you are a PC Windows user, you'll be able to create interactive learning objects without needing to have much technology savvy. This is kind of cool. You have the potential effectiveness as a teaching tool. This is really great. And for PC users, the site has potential. The software has potential. It accepts a wide range of formats for creating learning objects, and the supporting tutorials and discussion boards offer directions for those learning how to use the software. And CourseLab Guidebook PDF download that you can have it as a PDF download seems to address all likely learning and developing scenarios. So we love that a lot. The only thing is, it's a very convoluted document. You're talking about 250 pages. You better really have a lot of time to read through it. But yeah, it is what it is. And we also love the fact that you have a very easy to use platform. Okay. Easy to use platform. We love that a lot. Now, the only con that we really have seen, first of all, let me talk about the cons in terms of content quality. There are two major concerns with the software. So you have like the fact that the content is limited to PC and Linux users only. And so if you're a Mac user, you're not going to like it. The second thing is that, CourseLab is SCORM or AICCC compliant. So in other words, the author has the option to publish content in SCORM 1.2, 2004 and AICC formats. So if you're out of those ecosystems, you are really not fortunate. Okay. And when we talk about a teaching tool, I get it. So if you think of, let's say CourseLab as a teaching tool, you really need to understand the fact that, you also have a limitation here in terms of Windows only. So if you're a Mac user, you are really unfortunate here. And so when it comes to the ease of use for both students and faculty, here you have to be experienced. So the faculty should be experienced, and the students also must have a little bit of experience when it comes to CourseLab. Otherwise, they'll also have a learning curve, something to really keep in mind. Let me talk to you about the features here. So when we talk about CourseLab, I want you to think about a very easy to use e-learning authoring tool that offers a programming free, what you see is what you get environment for creating high quality, interactive e-learning content that can be published on the internet, learning management systems, CD-ROMs, and other devices. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that when you think about CourseLab, think about a production tool, a production factory, production tool that allows you to actually create your courses and actually display those courses on other ancillary platforms. So when we think about the CourseLab key features, so YSIG-WIG, so what you see, what you get environment for creating and managing high quality interactive e-learning content, no HTML or other programming skills required. You have Unicode support, so you can use any font, and encoding is supported by the Windows operating system, including double byte character sets. So again, we're speaking only of our Windows here. You have object-oriented model that allows constructing e-learning content of almost any complexity, just as easy as you put it together, building blocks. Objects are highly customizable. You have dynamic HTML-based output, so e-learning content is developed in CourseLab, can be played in a web browser without Java or any other special player software. This is really good. So when you think about the feature list here, think about layout and usability, think about editing, think about rich media support, think about rapid development, think about testing and assessment. You have interactivity. You have special effects in plain mode. Let me talk about special effect in plain mode. So you have programmable object appearance and disappearance, configurable transition effects applicable to any object, You have rotation of objects. You have capability to drag objects by mouse. You have programmable moving of objects rather, and other functionalities that we love here. You have scoring and evaluation within the software, of course. So you're able to actually have a bird's eye view of all kinds of functionalities within the software. And you have publication options and e-learning standards. So you can publish to HTML for website or CD-ROM. You can publish to AICC package for importing into any LMS supporting this standard. You can publish to SCORM 1.2 package for importing into any LMS supporting this standard. You can publish to SCORM 2004 for importing to any LMS supporting this standard. So this is kind of cool. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about CourseLab. So this is a CourseLab review. Is this authoring software the best for you right now? Let me talk to you about the extras here. So when we think about CourseLab, what should we really think about? First of all, I want to talk about the supported formats. So the cool thing is that, you have rich text mode text editing. You have HTML mode text editing. You have JavaScript code insertion. So you have the what we call the primary trifecta here. In terms of pictures, so this is for text, okay? For supported formats, supported text formats. What about supported picture formats? You have GIF, so including animated GIF. You have JPEG. You have PNG. You have bitmaps, and this is for pictures. What about videos? You have AVI. You have Windows Media Videos, Windows Media Video. You have WMV. You have MPEG. You have MOV. So those are QuickTime Movie. You have Real Media. You have also the Adobe Flash Video, so FLV. So those are the formats that are supported here on the video side. And what about audio? You have AIFF. You have Windows Media Audio. You have MP3, WAV, and Adobe Flash. For rich media, you have Adobe Flash, you have Adobe Shockwave, you have Java Applets. Now the thing here is that it really depends upon the niche you are going after, right? Because any files that you have, any files that you attached, you really have to make sure that your audience really embraces this type of files. And so in terms of attaching external files, you can attach text files, HTML. So we're talking here about .htm or .html. You have a rich text format, RTF. You have a doc, so Microsoft Word. You have also Excel. So you have Microsoft Excel. You have Adobe PDF. You have Zip Archive, and you have RAR Archive. So the thing here is that you need to understand that it's all about having the functionalities. And CourseLab does offer you that functionality. CourseLab does give you the ability to navigate all kinds of formats, all kinds of text files and sizes. One thing I need to say here is that, and this is a big caveat you need to be aware of, is that some of these files require corresponding application to be installed on the user's computer. So for you to actually avail yourself, for instance, to actually use a RAR archive, you better have the application that allows you to disentangle a RAR archive. Let's talk about the pricing here. And so when we talk about CourseLab, as I said before, you have two types of CourseLabs. So you have the free CourseLab. So the free CourseLab is an older version of CourseLab that is distributed as freeware. It offers the same programming fee, the programming free, what you see is what you get environment for creating high quality interactive e-learning content as the current commercial version of CourseLab, but lacks a number of new features, templates, and interactive objects. So let's talk about the key features of the free CourseLab. So the WYSIG environment for creating and managing high quality interactive e-learning content. So no HTML or other programming skills are required. You have Unicode support. So we love this Unicode support a lot because it really instills flexibility into the whole course creation equation here. You can use any font and encoding supported by the Windows operating system, including double byte character sets. You have object-oriented model that allows constructing e-learning content of almost any complexity as just as easy as you put together building blocks. So for us, again, this is really important because if you are going to create courses, especially if you're trying to create quote unquote a complex course, it's having the ability to do so in a very easy format through CourseLab is really commendable. And the objects are highly customizable, and you also have dynamic HTML based output. So this is kind of cool. Now, one thing I want to say here, so I'm just giving you the features you have in the CourseLab free. Now, the paid version, the commercial version of CourseLab is just a lot better to contact them because they actually tend to customize prices based on the projects that the client has. So it's just a lot better to reach out to them. Let me talk to you about the use cases here. So when we talk about CourseLab, what are the use cases we need to pay attention to? First of all, you can use this software if you want to have a rapid development. Some CourseLab features are specifically designed to increase productivity of e-learning content development. So you have a ready-to-use e-learning module templates. So CourseLab comes with a large set of ready-to-use e-learning module templates. Just select the template that is suitable for your needs to start a new module. And templates are easily modifiable, and modified templates can be saved to the template library. So we'll love that a lot. We'll also love the fact that you have a large object library. So CourseLab contains a large library of ready-to-use complex objects that covers most of the frequently used e-learning courseware development needs. Objects are highly customizable to fit virtually any design. Just place an object on a slide and change its parameters. So this is really that easy. You have inheritance of objects. You can share once inserted CourseLab object through multiple slides or even through the entire e-learning module. This feature allows to save development time and efforts drastically. You have a simple PowerPoint-like user interface. So when we talk about the UX and the UI when it comes to CourseLab, we really love that a lot because you have a familiar PowerPoint-like user interface that allows you as a course creator to get into the creation of the e-learning content as easily and quickly as possible. You can import PowerPoint presentation into the module. We love that a lot here. So let's say you already have a PowerPoint presentation that you're really proud of. You have spent hours, if not days, if not months working on that. And now you are ready to transform this PowerPoint presentation into an e-course. You can actually do so through CourseLab. So you can easily import the PowerPoint presentation into an e-learning module to save development time, and objects of the imported presentation will be translated into equivalent CourseLab objects whenever possible and will become available for further editing in CourseLab. So this is kind of cool. You also have a simple wizard-based publication process, so you can instantly publish content to multiple platforms with a few mouse clicks, and the content package will be created automatically depending on the selected publishing option. So this is really good. And when we talk about the e-learning standards here, we're talking about AICC, SCORM 1.2, SCORM 1.3. This is kind of important. And so one thing I need to say here is that when we talk about the LMS compatibility, you have all kinds of LMS tools that CourseLab is compatible with. We're talking about Accuter Enterprise, Tutor, Blackboard, Docebo. You have IBM Learning Space, IBM Lotus, Workplace Collaborative Learning. We have Alias. You have Microsoft SharePoint Learning Kit. You have Moodle. You have Oracle iLearning. You have SAP e-learning solution. You have WebSoft Web Tutor. So this LMS list is not full. CourseLab generated content can be used in any standard compliant learning management system. So this is kind of cool. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let me do a quick recap of today's conversation. So I gave you a CourseLab authoring software review. So I give you an overview. a value added, the pros and cons, the features, the extras, the pricing, and the use cases. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.